The concept of justice is central to philosophical discussions about the ideal society. John Rawls, in his work A Theory of Justice, proposed a revolutionary approach to justice that sought to create a fair and equal society for all, especially for the most disadvantaged members. His theory is built around the idea of justice as fairness, a notion that justice doesn't just focus on distributing benefits to the majority or the powerful, but ensures that society's least advantaged are treated equitably. One of the key elements of Rawls's philosophy is the veil of ignorance, a thought experiment designed to eliminate biases when choosing principles of justice. He asks us to imagine that we are deciding on the structure of society, but we must do so from behind a veil of ignorance. This veil symbolizes a lack of knowledge about our personal circumstances, whether we are rich or poor, healthy or sick, male or female, or even which social class we belong to. Behind this veil, we don't know where we will end up in society once the veil is lifted. Rawls argues that in this original position, rational individuals would choose principles that protect fairness for all, particularly for those who are the least advantaged. This hypothetical situation aims to eliminate personal biases based on our own self interest, compelling us to design a society that we would be comfortable with regardless of our place in it. The veil of ignorance is not just a mere thought experiment, it is a tool to conceptualize how fairness and justice can be achieved in the real world. By stripping away the knowledge of personal circumstances, we are forced to consider what would be fair for everyone, not just for ourselves or for the majority. Rawls explains this concept by stating, the original position is this situation of equality from which the principles of justice are chosen. It is the hypothetical social contract from which rational individuals would choose the rules of justice, and in doing so, they would be unaware of their own particular circumstances within the social order. This thought experiment leads to his assertion that people would design a society based on principles that prioritize justice for the least advantaged. In this way, he challenges traditional views that accept inequality as inevitable, arguing that justice should aim to rectify imbalances. And through the veil of ignorance, his theory encourages us to think about it and what kind of society we would choose if we had no idea where we would end up within it. His argument for justice as fairness is built on two principles that would emerge from behind the veil of ignorance. The first principle is the equal liberty principle, which asserts that each person should have as much freedom as possible as long as it does not interfere with the liberties of others. This principle seeks to protect individual freedoms, ensuring that people have the right to participate in democratic processes, express their opinions, and live according to their own values as long as these freedoms do not infringe upon the freedoms of others. The second principle is the difference principle, which argues that inequalities in wealth, power, and social goods are only justified if they benefit the least advantaged members of society. He contends that inequalities are acceptable as long as they improve the well being of the individuals at the bottom of the social ladder. This principle stands in contrast to traditional theories that accept inequality as a natural outcome of personal ability or effort. The second part of this principle, concerning fair equality of opportunity, asserts that everyone should have the same chance to attain positions of power or wealth, regardless of their background or social status. This component is essential to his vision of justice because it ensures that no one is disadvantaged by arbitrary factors like birthright or inherited wealth. By focusing on improving the lives of the least advantaged, Rawls seeks to create a society where inequalities are tolerated only if they directly contribute to the best benefit of those who are suffering the most. His approach turns traditional thinking on its head by suggesting that a fair society is one that doesn't just provide for the majority, but actively works to improve the condition of the worst off.